Old Man Race Fan here. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is part two of our Indiana Sprint Week trip. And this golf cart, this racing cart, was, I kind of kept my eye on it all the first week. It was all over the place. Met the family, really a nice family too. And I just love this golf cart. It looked like a winged sprint car, kind of neat. It got lots of attention, even on social media, which was kind of neat, really. But I had a chance to interview Dakota and Russell, part of the family. Hey, I'm here with Russell and Dakota. We're at Kokomo Speedway, and they've got this really cool cart with wings on it. It makes it go really fast. They were going to win the feature last night, I think. So Dakota, who's your favorite driver?
I don't go by drivers, I go by color, and then whoever he doesn't like.
So car color.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car color?
Whenever they have black and any other color with it.
Black and a lot of black and white. So
no, it got to be black or like blue, pink, or any other.
You like lots of colors.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you probably like the short cars, Carson Short, the red cars. Yeah. Russell, how about you? Who's your favorite driver?
We like Kyle Cummins.
Kyle Cummins. Woo! I'm a Kyle Cummins fan too.
All the way.
Yeah. I should have guessed. They're from down around Hopstad, which is Kyle Cummins' home track.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
So for supper this night, we had lemon pepper shrimp and cooked that on the grill, and then good old-fashioned Indiana sweet corn. Kind of a simple dinner, but it turned out really nice and cooked quickly. Well, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that lemon pepper. Good.
Light up them cell phones and rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise for the Ruts and Guts Thrill Ride of the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Energy drink, Indiana Sprint Week race fans. It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around Indiana's baddest bull ring. Because race fans, this is what you save your lunch money. Park at Victory Lane.
Heck of a race.
And on top of the sweep here tonight, he is also your Rod and Supply hard charger. He'll get an extra $200 in his pocket along with that $8,000 check. His second USAC score of the season, his first coming in Silver Crown competition back at Salt City, and for the fourth time in his career, he is a winner with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship.
So after the races, Jax broke his PlayStation out and he played racing at Kokomo Speedway while we were at Kokomo. That was pretty neat, kind of fun too. It's a really detailed video game, even had like the building on it. And then, man, what a race that was last night. Briggs Danner, Robert Ballou led, the whole race. He was dominant. But then right on the last lap, the white flag lap, you could kind of see Danner digging deep, and Ballou kind of got, uh, well, I feel like he kind of chose the wrong line. He went to the bottom and he got held up in lap traffic. And coming off a turn 4 for the checkered flag, Briggs Danner won it. And I think that is, maybe, I don't know, his second Indiana Sprint Week win with USAC. He won at Bloomington last year. So a pretty neat thing for Briggs Danner. Then, for breakfast in the morning, I decided to get a little bit creative with what we had. We've got, pancakes and sausage and eggs. And I kind of thought, well, why not do like a egg and sausage and pancake sandwich with syrup on top of it too? And so broke the Blackstone out, fired it up, and got some sausage going, made some eggs, made some pancakes, and this ended up actually being a pretty good breakfast. Jack slept in that morning, so I was kind of on my own, but I made food for him too, and it was ready for when he got up in the morning. So once Jax got up and moving in the morning, we loaded up and we went then to Circle City Speedway where we set up camp. I wanted to film a little bit of what it takes to get our camp set up going. I've already got the trailer leveled, so that part's done, but now I'm setting up the awning. The awning gets a lot of attention. It's an Overland Systems 180-degree awning. You see this type of awning a lot of times on overlanding rigs like off-roading Jeeps and things. It's just a bat wing awning. You can kind of see how it unfolds, and then you strap just sort of strap it wide open. And then there are some support stands that we set up underneath of it that kind of help, make it more stable. Again, very quick and easy to set up, quick and easy to tear down. Now, Jax is going to get ready to climb up top, and he's going to set up the Wildfinder rooftop tent. This was a new addition to our camping setup this year also. What we kind of learned last year with Sprint Week, last year he was in a ground tent, and every day you set up and tear down, set up and tear down. And then if it rains, everything's wet. And we decided to put this rooftop tent on this year, and it's really been a nice addition. It only takes a couple of minutes to set up. I mean, literally, I timed it. It's 2 minutes. The awning takes about 3 minutes to set up. So it really isn't that bad at all. And it's been a great addition to our camping setup. So fist bump. Once we had camp set up, we decided to do some smash burgers on the Blackstone. I guess that's kind of a staple, right? You have to do smash burgers. So Jackson was going to cook this on this day. This was his recipe. Well, he ended up falling asleep and taking a nap, and I just let him sleep. I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and cook it. So, just roll, hamburger into balls really easy, and then use this griddle tool to just smash it down. Really works slick. I don't have the greatest background here, you'll probably notice. Where we camped, there wasn't really a lot of spots left when we got to Circle City, so we had to kind of pull in kind of tight right up next to a storage container. It ended up being kind of nice though, because like in the morning, it provided some shade for us and some privacy, a little bit of privacy at nighttime. So wasn't the end of the world, just not the best view. But this smash griddle really makes them thin, and this is the first time I ever used it. And I was like, wow, these things are about ready to fall apart, but they actually held together pretty good. Throw some cheese on it. My particular favorite here is kind of a Monterey Jack. It can't be a smash burger without cheese. And then at the same time too, I had some French fries going, and I had the fries going on the Coleman camp stove in a in a vat of oil, so I'm not filming that. And I averted tragedy with that, in fact, because all of a sudden I turned around and all of the grease was just boiling over, and this is an open flame, kind of camping device. So I ran over immediately and shut the flame off, and did not burn my hand in the process. But the fries cooked up okay, and we did not have a fire. I just had a mess to clean up. Speaking of cleanup, the Blackstone is really easy. All you really do is just put some water on it and scrape off all of the leftovers. Um, you might, it takes a few times of water, and then you just put some oil back on the cooking surface and let that oil kind of burn until it smokes off. Then we mixed up the sauce for the smash burgers. It was Jackson's recipe, just mayonnaise and mustard, a little bit of garlic powder, and then paprika. Jax learned this in his cooking class at school. So he wanted to kind of make something that he had made in school, and it turns out, well, he slept through it, but ended up pretty good actually. The sauce, the smash burgers, and the fries, a pretty good meal.
Light up them cell phones and rise to your feet. It's time to make some noise for the Hudson Dutch Thrill Ride of the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. It is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around Circle City here in Indiana Sprint Week. The race fans,
So after the races were over, we learned that Circle City Speedway has a two-seater sprint car, and they were, giving rides in that. You had to pay for it, of course. So we ponied up and gave Jax an opportunity to get a ride in a sprint car. Now the driver was Ricky Lewis, who's a solid driver, and he didn't go easy. This was an adventure.
That's cool. I kind of want to try that one.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That would figure. So you ran out of fuel, Jax. And Ricky Lewis is driving, so it's a fuel stop. It's a pit stop, but it's going to take some time. Are you excited?
I suppose. One more can. This is good. Yeah, dude, this thing burns fuel quick.
Is it a 410 in it, Ricky? Do you know?
I think so. I'm not
It
sure.
sounds pretty beefy.
Yeah,
really,
it runs really good, actually.
Yeah. All right, 5 gallons in, ready to go. First time ever in
a sprint car. What do you think?
Well, first off, that was badass. That was genuinely probably the most fun I think I've had, like, ever. Only complaint was that my knees kept hitting the seat in front of me.
Well, they're not comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you kind of get the experience of like pushing it up on the cushion?
I did.
Yeah. And then you ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
So you probably had more time than anybody in the car.
Yeah. and,
What did Ricky Lewis say about that car?
He said it runs better than their actual car.
Sweet. Glad you got that experience.
So after Circle City, we came down off of the high of getting a chance to ride in the sprint car and watch some really good racing. We went to Terre Haute to the action track there, where it had really cooled down, and we made Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, which turned out to be pretty good. So yeah, my battery died. Doesn't it figure? Right during what was one of the best races ever at Terre Haute between Chase Dockin and Robert Ballou. Robert Ballou's been tough all sprint week long, and he's won one race, but he's had so many top finishes. But it was also really something to see Chase Dockin driving for Moose Racing have a really good run, and boy, he was the crowd favorite because he's been around a long time, and he's kind of close to Terre Haute. The crowd was going wild as Chase and Robert just back and forth, lap after lap. It was really something to see. And in the end, after a caution and then a green-white checker, Chase Stockin won. I put this video on from Mighty Mac. Thank you, Mighty Mac. So then we went to the Bloomington Speedway for our last stop on Indiana Sprint Week. They had quite the crowd there as people were beginning to line up already. We were able to mark our seats and had pretty good seats kind of up on the walkway behind the bleachers. For supper, it was going to be ribeye steaks and some rice, broccoli, cheese, rice right out of the package, cooked up really easily. Grilled the steaks on the grill over charcoal, which is, I think, the only way to do a steak. Slice that up, and then we were ready to kind of dig in. The Bloomington Speedway is way down in obviously Bloomington, Indiana, in IU country. So Jackson appropriately wore his Purdue University T-shirt, as we were right in the neighborhood of Indiana University. I thought that was kind of funny. Sprint week goes on one more night. We are unable to go on Saturday night.
It's time to make some noise for the Ruts and Guts Thrill Ride of the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Field onto the back straightaway, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around the Bloomington Speedway, because here in the Sheldon Kinsler Memorial Race Band, this is what you saved your lunch money for. It's round 7.
Well, another good race at Bloomington. Logan CV1. We had a lot of good races this week. This was the last night for Jackson and I. Like I said earlier, Sprint Week went on one more night, but it's on Saturday night. It's at Hobstadt, which is really too far for us to go to drive home and be home in time for Sunday morning. So we went ahead and just came on home on Saturday. We did watch the race on Saturday night, and it came down to a really tight battle between Logan Seavey and Kevin Thomas Jr. for the Indiana Sprint Week Championship. Kevin Thomas Jr. actually ended up winning the race, and he won the championship. So that was pretty cool to see. But just kind of wound down, our last night camping. Jax was already in bed, I think, and I just had a campfire, and it was kind of chilly. It was nice to have a fire and a sweatshirt on. Well, that's a wrap on Sprint Week. We had a really good time, saw some really good races, had some really good food, and we got to hang out with a lot of really cool people. Now it's time to go to Cracker Barrel.